They say kill, kill, brute force. I was trying to listen to those guys. Look at the manticores. Chaos must be around. Lots of manticore. Actually, that's a chaos dragon. Sweet. Chaos dragon looks awesome. Let's check it out. Some arrows of Kurnos already hitting the fire sorcerer. 2 feral manticores for the chaos player. Front line of chaos warriors. Now that's interesting. Heavy armor, good shields. Could be irritating for elf skirmishers to do their work on those, so interesting pick. Behind them, we got, I see 2 Forsaken, some Chaos Warriors with halberds, and then lots of flying power here for Chaos. 4 Manticores could cause an absurd amount of terror. So we have a Glade Lord on a dragon here too, and he's going to be in a bit of trouble against, or sorry, 3 Manticores and a Chaos Dragon. The Forest Dragon's quite good, but I don't think he's a match for a Chaos Dragon and several Manticore. Some Blade Guard hidden over here that are going to fire up. They got the Starfire shafts, so they're going to do some excellent damage. Definitely want to get the flyers away from that. So the Dragon's going to have to try and use these guys for protection. The Forest Dragon will. They have excellent range, and the woods, along with the shields and everything else, like I said, should give the Chaos players some very good protection here. Treekin do not do a lot of armor-piercing damage. They do have overall good weapon strength. You can see here the Wood Elf Dragon is going to just kind of sit back and try and kite the enemy flyers into distance. It's actually getting hit by some friendly fire there. But he's trying to use his bow from the Glade Lord here to shoot at the Chaos Lord. Chaos Lord should have a healing potion too. Look at the Waystalker out here on the flank. Good place for arrows of Kurnos. But if he gets picked up by the Manticore, it's going to get ugly. So he's going to also want to stay within the range of these Glade Guard with Starfire shafts. Here comes the main engagement. Let's check it out in the forest, right where the elves want to be. But Chaos Warriors, very heavy infantry for the elves to try and take head-to-head without the right units like a Wildwood Ranger. Or maybe, well, War Dancers don't have enough armor piercing. Yeah, War Dancers are good if something doesn't have armor. Ooh, the Waystalker gets absolutely crushed by Manticore charges. And now it looks like the Glade Lord is trying to run away, maybe come down into combat here. He's going to get followed by several flyers, including the Chaos Lord. Starfire shafts are causing a fair amount of damage here, but they're starting to get attacked by Chaos Warriors, so they either have to stay and fire and risk death or get pushed off position. Here comes some angry reindeer. Santa's revenge right here, folks. Chaos has not been good. Santa sends his regards. So the reindeer are going to get a nice charge into the back of the Chaos Warriors. There are some halberds there, but overall it's a tough fight for Chaos. The Elf Lord is gone, so it's probably going to start looking pretty good for Chaos at this point. Let's get down close in this fight and see what's going on. We got some... Oh, really? Come on, Elfie. The elf player gives up. That's too bad. It's kind of a fun battle. Lost their lord and just gave up. When you do lose your lord in combat and you're going to lose, you know what, giving up is definitely better than like an Alt F4 and a quit or something else like that. But I would definitely like to see players try and gut those out to the end, even if you know it's ugly. Not like kiting around to the end or something. Now I'm just curious too. I want to take, let's see, the Glade Lord. This one has better melee, I think. So let's take the Glade Lord on the dragon. Yeah, but the other one has the arrows of Kurnos that you could use too. Let's try that. I don't know. We'll try it. And it has the net. Let's take the Glade Lord on the dragon versus, and I'm just curious now, let's take a look at the stats-wise. The Chaos Dragon. I'm going to let him have all the abilities, and we'll even give him a potion. Because why not do the same thing for the Glade Lord? Alright, let's take a look at these stats here real quick. So, magic attacks, also poison attacks. Armor piercing of 290. Charge bonus of 70. 70 charge bonus here. 290 armor piercing. Flaming damage. I don't think there's a weakness to fire though on the Chaos Dragon. Doesn't look like it. I mean the Wood Elf Dragon. No, there's not a weakness to fire, so physical resistance 20% on the elf dragon. That's not the case. Interesting. I wonder if the flaming attacks that don't count as physical. I think they do. So I want to say I tested like flaming attacks versus ethereal units, and it didn't seem to make much of it. Oh, I've got it set up on an ambush still. My mistake. Shouldn't matter. I think that was whenever I was playing Patchy's little Christmas gift return video earlier. But hey, this looks cool anyway, right? You don't see the enemy dragon anywhere. There it is. So the fight's on. How do you hide a dragon? That's impressive. I'm gonna go ahead and start firing away because, hey, that's my advantage, right? I got the arrows of Kurnos and I can do some skirmishing. Chaos Dragon has no such thing. I'm not gonna have the net ability ready. But when we do, we can freeze that other dragon in place and then countercharge it. That Arrows of Kurnos gives me a nice head start. AI is going to go ahead and pop their potion to replenish. No need for me to do the same at the moment because I'm winning the fight handily. "28 seconds before I could use that one." That's brutal. Takes away missile resistance. I know the poison damage on the Forest Dragon may make a big difference. Yeah, I've still got my potion, so I should be pretty safe. So yeah, it's going to be a clean victory because of the Arrows of Kurnos. So it looks like Forest Dragon 1v1 would take that, but if you look at the cost of Manticores for Chaos, they're about half the price of a Forest Dragon. And they're pretty capable, and they induce terror. So I would say that overall, Chaos probably has an edge in the air, but obviously the elves are going to have some pretty serious skirmishing power to throw at Chaos, so that has to be used properly as the elves. And I like how they took all the heavily armored, heavy shield infantry in the woods against the elf player, because it's going to make it trickier for the elf player to pull off all the skirmishing. Now, that elf army didn't have a ton of skirmishing. He had a lot of treekin mixed up with the Eternal, is it Eternal Guard? Yeah, mixed up with the Eternal Guards. But, you know, again, Eternal Guards aren't really made to fight heavily armored infantry. They do have decent armor piercing, but I don't think that's really their cup of tea. They'll do better than most spear units would, but interesting. I guess mixed in with the treekin, they could do pretty well versus Chaos Warriors. Chaos Warriors don't really have the best attack stats. It seems like, well, I mean, they do alright as long as they're not going against heavy armor. So they wouldn't do as well versus the treekin, but they should do alright versus the Eternal Guard. That'd be interesting to check out at some point too. Hope y'all enjoyed this one. I'm enjoying watching these. The reason I had to watch this replay is because it boasted having a Chaos Dragon versus a Forest Dragon, and I wanted to see that. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see you soon with more battles. HeirofCarthage, signing out.